Join us as we count down the top 20 Test batsmen from world cricket in the last 35 years. Are you ready to find out who they are? Let's get right into it. At number 20, we have AB de Villiers. AB de Villiers is widely regarded as one of the most innovative and explosive batsmen in cricket history. His ability to adapt to any format and any situation made him a key player for South Africa across all forms of the game. Notable for his record fastest ODI century, de Villiers' game-changing abilities were evident in his test performances, including a defiant 106 not out against Australia in 2008 under challenging conditions, showcasing his versatility and skill. His stats across the board for Test cricket: 114 Test matches, 8,765 runs at an average of 50.66 with 22 centuries. One of the best South African batsmen of all time comes in at number 20 for us. Coming in at number 19 is Graeme Smith, another South African who played 117 Test matches, scored 9,265 runs at an average of 48.25, and scored 27 centuries in the Test arena. As one of the youngest captains in cricket history, Graeme Smith was a towering figure at the top of the order, known for his strong leadership and powerful batting. Smith's double centuries against England, including a highest of 277, were pivotal in establishing him as one of the greatest opening batsmen. His ability to lead by example set him apart, guiding South Africa through a golden era of their cricket. Graeme Smith, one of the best from South African cricket, another South African in this top 20. Before we move on to number 18, I want to bring you guys the first quiz question of the evening. The first quiz question: who was the first bowler to take 800 wickets in Test cricket, achieving this milestone in his final match? Drop your answers into the comments. Let us know who you guys think the answer is to this question. Coming in at number 18 for me is the Pakistani Inzamam-Ul-Haq, who scored 8,830 runs in 120 Test matches at an average of 49.60 with 25 centuries. Inzamam-Ul-Haq was a key figure in Pakistan's batting lineup, known for his timing and power. His ability to accelerate and take games away from the opposition was legendary. His 329 against New Zealand in Lahore in 2002 demonstrated his range of strokes and ability to dominate bowling attacks. Inzamam was also known for his calm demeanor under pressure, playing numerous match-winning innings for Pakistan. So one of the greatest Pakistani batsmen of all time, Inzamam-Ul-Haq, comes in at number 18 for me. Coming in at number 17 is Hashim Amla, another South African. Hashim Amla was a stylish batsman known for his elegance and calm at the crease. His record-breaking innings of 311 not out against England at the Oval in 2012 set the stage for South Africa's rise to the top of Test rankings. Amla's ability to play both spin and pace with ease made him one of the most respected batsmen in modern-day cricket. Hashim Amla comes in at number 17. Coming in at number 16 is Allan Border. Allan Border's Test stats: 156 matches, 11,174 runs at an average of 50.56 with 27 centuries. Allan Border was a fighter and a fiercely competitive cricketer who led Australia out of a difficult period to become a world-beating side. Known for his iron will determination, Border's 205 against New Zealand in Adelaide in 1987 was a testament to his character and batting skills. He set the foundation for the success of future Australian teams and was a mentor to many younger players. Allan Border comes in at number 16. Coming in at number 15 is another Australian, Steve Waugh. Steve Waugh played 168 Test matches, scored 10,927 runs at an average of 51.06, and scored 32 centuries. Steve Waugh, known for his mental toughness, was one of the architects of Australia's rise to dominance in the 90s. His strategic mind and gritty batting were crucial in his match-winning performances. His 200 against the West Indies in a series-deciding match in 1995 as a standout, reflecting his ability to thrive under pressure and lead by example. Steve Waugh comes in at number 15. Before we move on to number 14, I want to bring up the answer to that quiz question we brought up earlier for you guys. The quiz question was, who was the first bowler to take 800 wickets in Test cricket, achieving this milestone in his final match? The answer to this, it's Mathai Muralidharan of Sri Lanka, one of the greatest off-spin bowlers, is the answer there for this quiz question. Coming in at number 14 is one of the great modern greats of cricket, Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli played 115 test matches. He's still playing, still an active player, has scored 8,947 runs at an average of 48.89 with 29 centuries. Virat Kohli is known for his fierce competitiveness and remarkable consistency across all formats. His aggressive batting style and ability to chase down tough targets set him apart. Kohli's 235 against England and Mumbai in 2016 demonstrated his skill at playing spin and his adaptability to different conditions. His passion and intensity have made him a key figure in modern cricket, inspiring teammates and fans alike. Virat Kohli, one of the best, comes in at number 14. Before we move on to number 13, let's bring you guys the next quiz question of the evening. The next quiz question for the night is, which cricketer holds the record for the most deliveries faced in a single test match innings, and how many deliveries were faced? Drop your answers into the comments. This will be a fun one. Coming in at number 13 is another modern great. His name, Kane Williamson. Kane Williamson has played in 102 test matches so far and has scored 8,881 runs at an average of 54.48 with 32 centuries. He is admired for his technical proficiency and leadership qualities. His composed demeanor and tactical acumen have guided the New Zealand cricket to significant achievements, including a World Test Championship victory. Williamson's 242 not out against Sri Lanka in Wellington showcased his ability to anchor and lead from the front, particularly in challenging situations. One of the greatest New Zealand players comes in at number 13. Coming in at number 12 is another Pakistani player. His name, Younis Khan, one of the greatest Pakistani batsmen of all time. He played in 118 test matches, scored 10,099 runs at an average of 52.04 and scored 34 centuries. Younis Khan was the backbone of Pakistan's batting lineup, known for his ability to play long and crucial innings. His triple century 313 against Sri Lanka in 2009 showcased his stamina and skill and building innings. Younis was also exceptional in the fourth innings, setting records for the highest number of centuries in successful chases, highlighting his ability to perform when it mattered the most. One of the greatest Pakistani batsmen of all time, Younis Khan, comes in at number 12 for us. Coming in at number 11 is one of the Sri Lankan greats, Mahela Jayawerdene. Jayawerdene played in 149 tests, scored 11,814 runs at an average of 49.34, and again scored 34 centuries. Mahela Jayawerdene was renowned for his elegant batting style and exceptional tactical acumen. He possessed an exquisite array of strokes, particularly through the offside, and had a penchant for big scores. His career best 374 against South Africa in 2006 underlines his ability to dominate bowling attacks. As a captain, he led Sri Lanka to the 2007 ICC World Cup final and was instrumental in developing Sri Lankan cricket's next generation. Mahela Jayawerdene, one of the best, comes in at number 11 for us. Coming in at number 10 is Shivnarine Chanderpaul, one of the West Indian greats. Chanderpaul played in 164 test matches, scored 11,867 runs at an average of 51.37 and scored 30 centuries. Chanderpaul was known for his unique and unorthodox stance, but possessed an impeccable ability to remain at the crease for extended periods. His resilience and consistency were hallmarks of his long career. Chanderpaul's 136 not out against Australia in 2003, where he battled alone against a potent attack, and his marathon 69 not out in over 6 hours to save a test against India in 2011 highlight his mental toughness and tactical prowess. He was a pillar for the West Indies through various ups and downs, adapting his game to meet the team's needs. One of the greatest players, comes in at number 10 for us. Now, before we move on to number 9, we want to bring you the answer to that second quiz question we brought up earlier. The quiz question was, which cricketer holds the record for the most deliveries faced in a single test match innings, and how many deliveries were faced? The answer to this is Hanif Mohammed of Pakistan, who faced 970 deliveries in his marathon innings of 337 runs against West Indies in 1958. I hope you guys got this answer correct. Coming in at number 9 is another modern great. This person is another Aussie, Stephen Smith. Stephen Smith is a modern great who has played in 109 matches so far, scored 9,685 runs at an average of 56.97. Just an amazing average average and 32 centuries. Smith started his career as a leg spin bowler, but his extraordinary batting talents soon came to the forefront. Known for his unconventional technique and intense focus, Smith's ability to score runs under pressure is unmatched. His performance in the 2019 Ashes, particularly his double centuries, were instrumental in retaining the earn and demonstrated skill against quality fast bowling and challenging conditions. One of the modern greats, Stephen Smith, comes in at number 9. Now, before we move on to number 8, I want to bring you guys third quiz question of the evening. Let's see if you guys get this one. This country unexpectedly won the ICC trophy in 1997, qualifying them for their first Cricket World Cup appearance in 1999. Which country achieved this feat? Drop your answer into the comment. Coming in at number 8 is a modern English great who was recently inducted into the ICC Hall of Fame. His name, Sir Allister Cook. Sir Allister Cook played in 161 tests, scored 12,472 runs at an average of 45.35 with 33 centuries. Allister Cook, former England captain, was known for his endurance and ability to play long innings. His 294 against India at Birmingham in 2011 exemplified his stamina and concentration, anchoring the English batting lineup from the top. Cook's technique was characterized by strong front foot play and effective shot selection, making him one of the most successful test opener of modern times. Allister Cook comes in at number 8 for me. Coming in at number 7 is the fourth player in the Fab Four, Joe Root. Joe Root has played in 147 tests, scored 12,664 runs so far, average of 51.47, and has 35 centuries. His batting is characterized by fluidity and a vast array of strokes. His 254 against Pakistan in 2016 highlighted his ability to build large scores and is important to English batting lineup. And recently he scored another double against Pakistan in Multan, 260 plus. He showed his technique, especially against spin, which makes him a formidable player in subcontinent conditions. His role as former captain and top order batsman has been central to England's recent success in Test cricket. Joe Root coming in at number 7 for us. And let us know what you guys think of the picks so far, guys. We would love to know what your picks are of this top 20 greatest Test batsmen in the last 35 years. Coming in at number 6 is Rahul Dravid, one of the greatest Indian players of all time. Rahul Dravid played 164 Test matches, scored 13,288 runs at an average of 52.31 and scored 36 centuries. He was nicknamed the Wall for his formidable defense. Rahul Dravid was the backbone of the Indian Test batting lineup for over a decade. His technical acumen and immense concentration were his hallmark. Dravid's 270 against Pakistan and Rawalpindi in 2004 was a masterclass in overseas batting, helping India secure a rare series win in Pakistan. Rahul Dravid comes in at number 6. Now, before we move on to number 5, we want to answer that quiz question we brought up earlier. There was a third quiz question of the evening. So the third quiz question: this country unexpectedly won the ICC trophy in 1997, qualifying them for their first Cricket World Cup appearance in 1999. Which country achieved this feat? The answer to this is Bangladesh. Also, don't forget to check out the links in the description. Check out the Reverse Scoop shop where you can support youth cricket development at the grassroots level, as well as if you want to create content like this, we use StreamYard on air. You can get a $10 credit when you sign up through the link in the description. So check out those links, check out the Reverse Scoop shop, and absolutely smash that like button. Coming in at number 5 is a West Indian great, Brian Lara. Brian Lara's stats, we look across the board: 131 tests, 11,953 runs at an average of 52.88 and scored 34 centuries. Arguably one of the most stylish batsmen of his time and beyond. Known for his stylish yet aggressive batting, Brian Lara's record-breaking innings of 400 not out against England in 2004 set him apart as one of the greatest batsmen of all time. His ability to single-handedly change the course of games was evident in his 153 not out against Australia in 1999, considered one of the greatest innings in Test cricket. Lara's high backlift and fluid stroke play allowed him to dominate both pace and spin with equal prowess, and he also scored that 500 county cricket for Warwickshire. One of the greatest players, Brian Lara, comes in at number 5 for us. Before we move on to number 4, I want to bring you guys the final quiz question of the evening. The final quiz question: name the only player in cricket history to have scored a century, taken 5 wickets in an innings, and completed 5 catches in a single test match? This will probably be the toughest question of the night, so let us know what you guys think the answer is. Drop them in the comments. Coming in at number 4 is a Sri Lankan great, Kumar Sangakkara, who played 134 test matches, scored 12,400 runs at an average of 57.4, just crazy average, scored 38 centuries. Sangakkara combined classical cricketing shots with aggressive modern tactics to become one of the most influential cricketers from Sri Lanka. His intellectual approach, coupled with a graceful batting style, allowed him to accumulate runs consistently. His century against Bangladesh in 2007 and his pivotal role in the 2014 T20 World Cup victory highlights his versatility across formats. Sangakkara's leadership on and off the field has also been instrumental in shaping Sri Lanka's cricket. Kumar Sangakkara comes in at number 4 for us. Coming in at number 3 is another South African in this top 20, one of the greatest all-rounders. His name, Jacques, played 166 test matches, scored 13,289 runs at an average of 55.37, scored 45 centuries, and also took 292 wickets. Kallis is regarded as one of the greatest all-rounders in the history of cricket. His ability to balance top-class batting with effective medium-pace bowling made him an invaluable member of the South African team. Kallis's batting was characterized by a robust technique and immense patience. His 201 not out against India in Cape Town in 2011 is particularly memorable, showcasing his stamina and concentration in a marathon innings that demonstrated his class. One of the greatest players of all time, Jacques Kallis, comes in at number 3 for us. Coming in at number 2 is an Australian great, one of their best captains, Ricky Ponting. Ricky Ponting, stats across the board for Test, 168 Test matches. He scored 13,378 runs at an average of 51.85, scored 41 centuries. Ponting was known as one of the most successful captains in cricket history. His aggressive style and sharp instincts, both as a batsman and a leader, were key to Australia's dominance in the early 2000s. Known for his pull shot and hook shot, Ponting innings were a blend of aggression and finesse. Ricky Ponting comes in at number 2 for us in this all-time greatest test batsman list, top 20 in the last 35 years. Before we move on to now number 1, I want to bring you guys the answer to that last quiz question we brought up earlier. The last quiz question was, name the only player in cricket history to have scored a century, taken 5 wickets in an innings, and completed 5 catches in a single test match. The answer to this is Sir Ian Botham of England, who achieved this unique feat against India at Mumbai in 1980. So I hope you guys got this answer correct. So for number 1, again, we want to play that guessing game with you guys as we do every time in our ranking videos. I'm going to give you the detail of this player, drop the answer right at the end of the description. So let us know what you guys think the answer is in the comments. So this player, often referred to as the god of cricket in India, has a cricketing career that spans over 2 decades, filled with numerous records and accolades. His impeccable timing and ability to play against any type of bowling attack made him a nightmare for bowlers around the world. His mastery of the cricketing art is evident from his numerous match-winning knocks under pressure. Notably, his 241 not out against Australia in Sydney in 2004 stands out, where he abstained from playing his favorite cover drive throughout the innings, showcasing his discipline and adaptability. His first Test century at the age of 17 set the tone for a legendary career that inspired not just a generation, but the entire world and country. I hope you guys got the answer to this. It had to be the great Sachin Tendulkar. If you like this ranking video, I'm sure you'll like this ranking video right on the screen. Greatest Test fast bowlers in the last 35 years. Make sure to check it out on the screen right here.